Thank you, Milena, for your presentation and for inviting me to give me the opportunity to represent the ENCR here with this audience. The European Network of Cancer Registries indeed has among, since the very, when it was born, among its very objectives to provide regular information on the burden of cancer in Europe indeed. And as David Foreman has shown us, we are in the business of finally providing a way of disseminating calculated since the old good days. We have to thank Dr. Muir and Dr. Warehouse and all the other precursors. So we won't keep the same type of calculation. This is not a statistical methodological development, but is a very important tool for epidemiologists, for politicians, for clinicians that would like to look at our data that are much more rich than in the past, and we hope they are presented in a better way. Indeed, this statistic has been already presented by David Foreman, and my duty is to go to the other part. It is the Eurosim section that has not been delivered yet, but is indeed the use of the data for research purposes. The Eurosim name comes from a previous experience, again, that we would like to keep as an example, where the database were delivered together with analytical software on CD-ROM at that time in 2001, and there were courses organized by ENCR and by Lyon for using these statistical tools with the data. Pretty much a lot of history of organizing these courses. Now the idea with modern technologies is going on the website, on a web-based system for doing online search and downloads. So you can download, well, the idea is to have targeted downloads with selection of several variables and so on. The system is there, but the main decision, the main point to be perfected a little bit is the control of the registry. I mean, the way permission will be given by each cancer registry for using their own data. We are quite, let's say, firm on that. Europe is a very complicated assembly of countries with a very different legal system. Registry often are based on a regional and local governments, and sometimes not fully in agreement with their national counterparts. So we cannot have a system for now like in the CIE. We would like to have it, but for now we have to deal with this. So we thought that we cannot avoid the final point of this mechanism of each registry giving permission to the use of individual data, of their individual data. This is quite clear. But with the modern technology, this should be more easier to develop and to handle. Well, this is for giving the impression that the machine behind that is quite complicated, but I will skip this only for that part concerning that before going to the analysis and dissemination, there is always this long procedure of controlling the data. This is essential to our work. Then we have within the EuroSIM hat, the EuroSIM name, another type of database that could be useful, I think very useful for research purposes, even if it's not going to very detailed individual record. But we can offer aggregated data, but finally, very finely aggregated data, talking about 244 or more or less cancer entities by sex, 5 years age, and period, as it was used to be with cancer incidence in 5 countries that already delivered this type of downloads to the public, so it was an open asset. Everybody could download the data from each cancer registry on with this aggregation. The point is that cancer incidence in 5 countries is updated each 5 years, and as David has reminded us, the machine is there and allows update, a yearly update, if you wish, every time that a cancer registry gives new data. So it's quite lively in a way. But while I was presenting this, I think that the main contribution of European network of cancer registry to the building of the future European cancer information system is for improving the quality of comparability and availability of cancer incident data. And I am happy that I am in agreement with the presentation given by René a few minutes ago, because she was also stressing the point that we have to improve the quality and comparability of data, because we try to avoid the biases, we try to avoid errors in our data, because errors leads to biased inference and conclusions. And indeed, the history of contribution of the ENCR starts since a long time. First of all, giving recommendation how to collect the data. Here is the collection of currently available recommendation, and also we have in preparation, thanks to Eurocourse project, some update and some new recommendation on ethics and confidentiality screening, clinical data analysis, and biobanking that should be delivered rather soon at the end of the Eurocourse project that, as Keron has reminded, is ending. So is ending the support to ENCR, but we hope that with the help of JRC we can still do what we have done, I think, correctly in the past years. Then courses, training courses. There's a long story of training courses that is essential. We had courses on use of EuroSIM, as I said before, but also statistical analysis, and also courses for the registrars on classification and how to develop a new registry. And we have already idea that were shared to JRC about preparing new courses on cancer registration as well. That probably there will be the first, one of the first courses supported by JRC, we hope. Say that, touching wood, as Karen said. But not only that, also consultancy to the registry that are under development. There was a big gap between the earlier 2000 up to now. Now we're starting again giving consultancy to new cancer registry, and this matches the gap in the data we delivered. The problem was again that ENCR has been underfunded for a certain time, for a certain period, and with the help of Eurocourse, we could be able in revitalizing what we have done, what ENCR has done in the past, and we hope to keep on going. Suggestion for future development. Already you have this presented by other speakers, but I really would like to stress this point. We have data. Now, more or less, they are disseminated. They are available for research. And so we should use that. We should really start using them. Sometimes I feel that is an excuse for politicians saying that there are no data. Data are there. Actually, data were there even before the development of the revitalization of eco website. Because if you want to have information on several cancer registries, you can go to the websites, and you have a very good website for Finnish cancer, for the Netherlands, for UK, for Italy, and so on. So it's not absolutely true that the data are there. Probably there is a lack of use of them. And then finally, the last suggestion is, there was already here, is empowering the information of the future European Cancer Information System, including other sources of data. Here we are to include the biobanks, clinical registry for staging and for treatment, and so on, but also socioeconomic data and environmental data for correlated with risk factors, for example, of lifestyles as well. So that's it. That's my only two suggestions for the future develops. Thank you very much.